Hare Krishna Gurave Gaura Chandraya Radhikaya Tadalaya Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tad Bhaktaya Namo Namaha Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudire Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadigaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. You are welcome for continuity of our Bhaktivedanta study of 10th Canto Srimad Bhagvatam.
Recording in progress.
We are in chapter 10 and in section verses from 24 to 28. Lord Krishna delivers twin sons of Kubera. So, till verse 27, which we have yesterday covered, Devarishi Narada, it was Narada's Geet, song of Devarishi Narada, to bestow his mercy in the form of curse, or curse in the form of mercy on the two sons of Kubera for their arrogance and pride due to wealth. Now, we are again starting in the way, the Damodar Leela. Krishna is bound around his belly by a rope to a wooden martyr by Mother Yashoda. With a fear that he should not run away early in the morning because of fear of breaking the yogurt pot and distributing the butter to the monkeys. And actually it's for the safety of Krishna, but also a sort of punishment, a chastisement for his naughty activities. Yashoda bound him. Then some coward boys also gathered there, found him bound just outside the gate of Nanda's palace, not very far from the two twin arjun trees. And Balaram also somehow by that time came back and they saw Krishna bound there. They asked Krishna who actually did this. And Balaram, in an avesh means in a mood of sankrishana, was very angry. Who can bind this person who is Swayam Bhagavan? He came as Narsingadev, he came as Ram, he came as this, he came as that. And Yashoda overheard from within the house and she said, oh, all the gods, Mahesh, Suresh, Ganesh, they are in my only home. Do you think What do you think? If you speak something more, then I will also bind on the other side of the martyr to you. And because of the Vatsalya Prem of Mother Yashoda, Balaram become quiet. And then the boy said, we cannot do anything. What can we do? Krishna said, don't worry. We can play here in the ground. You just turn the murder down. I am just moving. Behind me, murder will move. And we all just move around. So they were just playing by there. And then Krishna, he remembered his devotee's words, Narad's word. And he looked to these two trees, which many times he already seen there. But today, he remembered the words of Narad. And Narad is very dear to Krishna. And also because the name of these two trees were the names of Krishna's one friend in childhood pastime is Sakha Arjun in Krishna Leela, and other friend is in Kurukshetra, to whom he spoke Gita. So he had great love for this name, so he wanted to fulfill the desire of Dev Rishi Narad and deliver them. So now this is story of Narad is speaking about the curse in the form of blessing to these two boys, that you go and become trees in Maharaj Prajanya's palace in Gokul, and in due course Krishna, you will relish the childhood pastime of Krishna, and then Krishna will deliver you. So now this verse 24 speaks, Rishera Bhagavata Mukhasya Satyam Kartum Vacho Harihi Jagam Sankaistatra Yatra Astam Yamala Arjuno. The address to the Narada is Rishi, which means seer. Seer means he sees the present, past and future. So he was knowing that one day Krishna will appear here and he will deliver them. So therefore word Rishi is used here. Bhagavata Mukhasya. So that Rishi is Bhagavat. Bhagavat means he is one of the 12 Mahajans. He is also one of the incarnation of Supreme Lord to distribute the devotional service everywhere. And Mukhasya means from his lotus mouth. Satyam Kartam, Krishna says, I am going to make the words uttered by my dear devotee Narad Rishi true. Satyam Kartum. Vacho, the words. And who wanted to do, and what is the name used for Krishna? Hari. Hari means he is going to deliver the two trees. Jagam means he moved towards the trees. And Shanakai means very, very slowly. Number one, the martyr was tied behind his, belly with a rope, so he has to pull that, and also very small because there should be no noise. And because the noise will attract the Yashoda and other ladies, they might come because they will helping Yashoda, they were right there. If they come, so then this pastime will not be relishable. And two, Yamla Arjun become trees because they were infatuated with the woman, so they should not see women now. When they are delivered, they will come as demigods, and that's not good. Tatra means at that place, Yatra means where, or Asthan means were situated, Yamula Arjun means two trees. So now here we see the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna to fulfill, this is actually Hari. to fulfill the truthfulness of the words of the greatest devotee Narad. Bhagavata Mukhasya Rishi Vachaha. Slowly, Shnaihi went to the spot where the twin arjun trees were standing, Asit. Reading this word, Satyam Kartum Bacho, any other incidents of similar coming in your mind?
Nrisimhadev.
Yes?
Lord Nrisimhadev also came to make the words of Brahma true. He came in the evening, in the twilight, and so on.
You are speaking about who? Yes?
Nrisimhadev.
Yes, nursing, exactly. Satyam vidhatum nij bhirtya bhashitum. There the word is Satyam in a 7th canto, maybe 8th chapter or something. Satyam vidhatum. Vidhatum means true. Satyam means true. True vidhatum means Satyam vidhatum nij bhirtya bhashitum. Nij means personal, bhirtya means servant, bhashitum words. And there the words of the Brahma to come true. The words are Prahlad Maharaj to come true, that Krishna, and so many other devotees' words he wanted to make true. So exactly such words are there. So when I was reading this, I thought exactly this verse should be quoted to support that when we speak on, and when we speak on we should remember of that, because the exact words are there. Krishna fulfilled the desire of his devotees. He fulfilled the words of his devotees. Name bhakta pranashyati, my devotees never perishes. I always fulfill their desires. So these all things are very important. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So thank you for answering this. So after Narad's song about cursing for the benefit as a mercy on the two boys, Krishna, who was bound there in the courtyard of Gokul, and along with some of his age-mate friends, he thought of delivering the two Arjun trees to fulfill the words of his dear devotee Devrishi Narad. And he went slowly because nobody should notice the sound of his ankle bells or moving of this grinding mortar behind him, and also these two delivered demigods should not see the woman again, here at least. So the Supreme Godhead, Sri Krishna, to fulfill the truthfulness of the words of greatest devotee, Bhagavata, Narad slowly went to that spot where the twin Arjun trees were standing. Krishna Bhakti Srila Prabhupada writes, although child Krishna was bound up to the wooden mortar, he began to proceed towards the twin trees in order to fulfill the prophecy of his great devotee Narad. The preparation for fulfilling the curse are related in this verse. And Jiva Goswami writes, having described the history, Sukdev now show what Krishna did when he remembered that the two sons of Kuber were three, which were described previously, 10:9:23. It was proper that Narad's word should come true. Krishna began to make this happen. Another version has Bhagavatastasya instead of Bhagavat Mukhasya. Narad is called thus because he is the most worthy of worship for having highest type of knowledge. What is that knowledge? Bhakti. Therefore he is called Bhagavat, means great. Like we have two Bhagavat person and Bhagavat book. He is the Bhagavat person. And why Hari? Hari means to take away, which means indicate that Lord wanted to deliver the two from the curse. He went slowly because he feared the sound that he produced would bring the mother and others. Or he did this slowly because he was small child, natural. Also the murder would not come loose if it was pulled gently. He crawled so that he could pull the murder strongly. This is mentioned in the second canto. Yada ringatantargatena dvisprashova unamulanam. Simply by his crawling between the two Arjun trees which touched the heaven. It means they were too tall, very strong. Even the elephants cannot uproot. He uprooted them. This was the childhood play in the olden days. The 4-5 years children, they used to buy a rope around their belly, and then there's something round made of some either wood or some earthen thing or some, and then they used to walk, and behind it is going like a wooden mortar as Krishna's pastime. This was the childhood play in olden days for the younger babies. I mean, this was now it is. I have never seen this. But 50 years, this was the play of the babies. Brother Vaishnava Toshuni, Sanatana Goswami writes, Krishna wanted to fulfill the words of his great devotee. He would deliver the two from the curse, Hari. He moved quickly because he feared that the sound of dragging the mother would bring Yashoda and others. Or he did not want to show his quick movement in pulling the huge murder since he was still a small child. He was also crawling while pulling the murder with strength. And this is the same verse quoted from 2:7:27. Verse 25. Dev Rishi me priyatamo. Krishna is thinking, Dev Rishi Narad is very dear to me. Why? If I ask you, the Narad is very, very dear to Krishna. Why? Anybody can try? Why is dear to Krishna? How somebody can dear to Krishna?
By preaching, Prabhu.
Huh?
By preaching?
Yes, one who preaches all around, the devotion to the people in general is very dear to Krishna. This is the answer, right? Dev Rishir me priyatamo yada imo dhana atmajo. Imo means these, dhana atmajo means dhana atmajo means Kuber's sons. Tat tatha sadhasyami. I am going to deliver them. Sadhasyami, I shall execute, because he wanted me to come face to face with Yamala Arjun. I shall do this. Sadhyaishyami, I will do this. Yada Gitam Tana Mahatmana, that Narad is a very great devotee, is a Mahatma. In somebody's Atma, if there is a Krishna, then he is Mahatma. This is the one meaning of Mahatma. Mahan is Krishna, the great is Krishna. If the Krishna is somebody's heart as a devotee actually and guiding him, then he is a Mahatma. Yada Gitam means the Narad Geet which was sung yesterday we sung that Geet. Although these two young men, the son of the very rich Kubera, Dhana Atmajo, I have nothing to do with them. They are the son of Kubera. Kubera is my one demigod, all right, but I have nothing to do with rich people. But Devrishi Narad is my very dear and affectionate devotee. And therefore, because he wanted me to come face to face with them, I must do so for their deliverance. Srila Prabhupada writes, Nal Kubar and Manigrave actually had nothing to do with devotional service or seeing the Supreme Personality of Godhead face to face. For this is not an ordinary opportunity. It is not that because one is very rich or learned or was born in an aristocrat family, one will be able to see the Supreme Personality of Godhead face to face. Not at all. This is impossible. But in this case, because Narad Muni desired that Nal Kubar and Mani Giver see Vasudev face to face, the Supreme Personality of Godhead wanted to fulfill the words of his very dear devotee, Narad Muni. If one seeks the favor of a devotee instead of directly asking favor from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one is very easily successful. What do you think? What do you think about this statement? Some example somebody can give?
Prabhupada himself preaching in the West.
Prabhupada himself?
Preaching in the West.
Yeah, so what do you want to say by that?
I mean, the devotees didn't have much qualification, but he created.
You mean by Prabhupada's mercy, so many people become devotee. But what Prabhupada said about this, it is very difficult to please king, but it's very difficult to please the small baby of a king. Just by giving toffee or some toy, you can please the king. So how can we please the king? Everything belongs to him. So how can we please God? Everything belongs to him. But to his devotee, who is like, the child for the Supreme Lord, is a loving darling. If you please the devotee, then Krishna is automatically pleased. Yasya prasada bhagavat prasado. Giving a toy or chocolate to the son of a king, the king is pleased. So this is the procedure. Prabhupada used to give this example. And here Bhakti Vinod Thakur says in this case, Vaishnava Thakura Tomara Kukar. Kukar means dog, which means faithful. Bhuliya Jana Mora Krishna Te Moso. Krishna Se Tomara Krishna Dite Para. One should desire to become like a dog in strictly following a devotee. Kukar means dog. Krishna is in the hands of the devotee. Adurlabham Atma Bhakto. Thus, means for the devotee, he is very easily available. Thus, without the favor of devotee, one cannot directly approach Krishna. What do you speak of engaging in his service? So, most important item in devotional service is mercy of a Vaishnava. Association of devotee, hearing from him and getting his blessing. That is the best opportunity for the living entities to engage in devotional service. Narottam Das Thakur therefore sings, Charya Veshanva Seva Nistara Pai Che Keba. Unless one becomes a servant of a pure devotee, Vaishnava Seva, one cannot be delivered from the material condition of life. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told to the Satyaraj Khan's descendant from Kulin Gram, if you want to, you are grasta, you are householder, if you want Krishna's mercy, then simply chant Hare Krishna and serve Vaishnava. So service of the Vaishnava is Hare Krishna. ऐसी का जो रिमोट देती थी और पानी यहाँ रखो. Hare Krishna. It's okay. Sorry, huh? Thank you. So Srila Prabhupada writes, in our Gaudiya Vaishnava society, following in the footsteps of Rupa Goswami, our first business is to seek shelter of bona fide spiritual master, Adav Guru Ashriya. And then for us in the ISKCON, we should be Prabhupada Anuga and then Rupa Anuga under the direction of the bona fide spiritual master. This is a procedure. Krishna book. Lord Krishna knew that Narad was his great devotee and that the trees standing before him was twin Arjuna. Trees were actually the son of Kubera. I must now fulfill the words of my great devotee Narad. He thought. Then he proceeded towards the passage between the two trees. Chakravarti Pad writes, Krishna thought, because Narad is my great devotee, I will fulfill his words by giving these two demigods whatever was promised by that great soul. Because Narad is my great devotee, I will do just as he said. Deliver them from the three bodies. Have them go to Swarga and endow them with the highest bhakti or devotion. I will do just as was described by my great devotee Mahatmana, dedicated to spreading my bhakti by his nature. This was the cause of his being the dear to the Lord, Priyatmana, Priyatamaha, Priyatar Priyatamaha, the greatest, the most dear. I will free them from bodies of the trees and give them the highest bhakti, sadhyashyami. They will be devotees. Verse 26. Iti antrena arjunayoho. He entered between the two trees. Krishnasto yamayora yayo. Krishna entered between the two twin trees. Atma niravesha matrena. It was just a boy's, matrena means it was not that he wanted to, drag the trees or something. No, it's just normal child. Triyakka gatam means the mortar became horizontal. Ulkhalam is a mortar. Having thus spoken, Krishna soon entered between the two Arjun trees, and thus the big mortar to which he was bound turned crosswise and stuck between them. Krishna book. Although he was able to pass through the passage means between the two trees, the large wooden mortar stuck horizontally between the trees. So the baby was, his size was too small, he can go between the two trees, but the mortar behind horizontally was bigger than the gap between the two trees, so it is stuck between the trees. And Krishna's lotus feet, a baby of 3 years, his lotus feet touched to the trees, and that was the greatest blessing. Thinking in this way, Krishna went between the two Arjun trees so that the mortar turned crosswise and got stuck. Jiva Goswami writes, the word matrena, just as, suggests without effort. The mortar went sideways as if consciously. All this was arranged by Leela Shakti. And the great lesson we can learn from this is, if somebody just walk behind Krishna, he may be non-living like a wooden martyr. He can deliver the two great demigods from the curse of being tree. If anybody follow behind Krishna, he may be ignorant, but he can do some miracle. He thought, Krishna thought, for this purpose two offenders have been free, for participating in my childhood pastime. Then he crawled towards the trees. Mara was pulled at the right angle by his will, which means Leela Shakti. His will worked through Leela Shakti. Satya Sankalpa. Triyak means crooked. Triyak is the word used for the trees. And they are called, why they are called Triyak? Because they are crooked or obliquely. The word matrena suggests without effort. The martyr went sideways as if consciously. All this was arranged by the Leela Shakti. Harivansh Purana says, Dam tasya prabhavada abhavat dridham. By his power, the rope becomes strong. Oh, these two trees cannot be pulled by elephant. So, the rope, which was hair rope from the hairs of Mother Yashoda, or you can ribbon from Radharani or whatever, that becomes so strong. Therefore, in Padma Purana, Damodar Ashtakam, it is written, Namaste to Damine Spurit Damine. I offer respect to the shining rope. The great rope which binds people is now delivering the trees. So great. This is Harivansh. While Yashoda was busy with her work, Krishna, who amused Vraja with his pranks, left the courtyard. Leaving the courtyard, Krishna moved in the forest, dragging the martyr behind him. There were a pair of tall trees, Yamala and Arjuna. Krishna pulled the martyr between the two trees. Verse 27. Balena nishkarasya atana vagaolakhalam tata nishkarashyatang tanavag. Anvak, following the dragging of Krishna. Nishkaryashata, who was dragging, Krishna was dragging Ulkatada. Damodharena tarasota kalitangari bandho. He was bound. Damodar was bound, but he delivered the two trees. Nishpet toho param vikramita ativepa. The great trees, they shook. Their branches, their leaves, they shook. Skandaha pravala vitappa kirtachanda shabda, and then they fall with a great sound. By dragging behind him with great force, the wooden martyr tied to his belly, the boy Krishna uprooted the two trees. By the great strength of the Supreme Person, the two trees with their trunks, leaves, branches trembled severely and fell to the ground with great crash. This is the pastime of Krishna known as Damodar Leela, writes Srila Prabhupada. Therefore, another of Krishna's name is Damodar. As stated in Harivansa, verse 28. Tatra Shriya Paramaya Kukubha Sporanto. Kukuba means there was bright shining all around, effulgence. Siddhau, and they become now perfect. Both Nalkubar and Manigrave, because of their hard austerities in the form of trees, they become Siddhau. Now they are perfect. Upetaha Kujayora eva Jata Veda. Jata Veda means fire. Like the fire which is produced by rubbing the two stick, they become so shining like a fire. Krishnam Pranamaya, they fell down in obeisance towards Krishna. Usually demigod, they don't touch the earth. They are above the earth, they never walk on the earth, and they never pay obeisance to anybody. But now, because they were Siddhau, they were perfect, they were completely become devotee, so they offer their humble obeisance to Krishna. Sirsha Akhila Lokanatham, to the Krishna who is the Akhila Lokanatham, Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. So he is the master of all the planets. Sirsa means their head, which was decorated with the golden crowns. Badha Anjali, then they stood up and with folded hands. Virajasava idam uchuhu sama, then they started offering prayers. And now next section is 10 verses, the prayers of Yamula Arjun tree to Krishna. Thereafter, in that very place where the two Arjun trees had fallen, two great perfect Siddhau personalities who appeared like the fire, Jata Veda, personified, came out of the two trees. The effulgence of their beauty, Kukuhu, illuminating all direction, with bowed heads they offered obeisance to Krishna, and with hands folded they spoke the following words. Krishna book. Out of the broken fallen trees came two great personalities, shining like blazing fire. All sides become illuminated and beautiful by their presence. The two purified personalities immediately came before child Krishna and bowed down to offer their respect and prayers in the following words. The two persons emerging from the trees lit up the four directions with the beautiful effulgence of their bodies, which mixed together like fire personified, Jata Veda. Coming from the direction of the two trees, they trembled. The effulgence of the two merged together and appeared like a fire. Seeing Krishna, they prepared to glorify him. Two devatas were situated, Siddhau, in two trees. Tatra. They shone in all direction, Kukubha, with beauty, or they made the direction splendid with beauty, or coming from a distance close to Krishna, they glowed because of his effulgence. It means Krishna's effulgence make them to glow. They bowed down, touching their heads to the ground, paranamaya, quickly, so that their faces were not visible. Krishna was still pulling the martyr. He was not looking towards them. Why did they offer respect to Krishna, who was playing as a small child, Damodar? They realized he was the Lord of the whole universe. By the mercy of Narada, they gained that realization. Or the question may be asked, why did the two given memory by the mercy of Narada, though they were great offenders, give up shame and came to the side of Lord. They came because he was the shelter of all beings. Lok Sarva Lokanath. They were now devoid of offense. We rajasav. They have given up the mode of passion now. There's no any pride or any other offense. Sama indicate astonishment. Though they were great offenders, suddenly they attained such a status. Now 29 to 38 prayers offered by son of Kubera. Krishna Krishna Mahayogins Tvamadya Purushah Paraha Vyakta Vyaktam Idam Vishwam Rupam Te Brahmana Vido. They said Krishna Krishna 2 times. Either the two simultaneously spoke, or they spoke 2 times because still Krishna was looking not towards them. He was still in the mood of pulling the martyr as a Damodar. So they said Krishna Krishna. And then they said, Mahayogin, you are greatest of all mystics, because you know the past, future, past, present and future. Do you recognize us that we are the two brothers in the form of trees, and you also are Mahayogi. You know you are great devotee. Narad has blessed us with this curse that we can see you face to face. Tvam Adya, you are the Adi Purusha. You are not child. They may ask at this time. Chakravarti Pad will write, oh, Krishna said, why you are praying me as a Adi Purusha? I am a small baby. You can't see me. Then no, we know you are Adi Purusha. Purusha means Purusha is the Vishnu. Purusha avatar, Mahavishnu, Karnadaksha Vishnu. No, they are your expansion. You are origin, Adya. And you are Para, you are greater than Narayan. Vyakta, Vyaktam, Idam, Vishwam. Sometimes this world is visible, sometimes it is not visible. But this is your Rupa, this is your form. Who told you? Brahmana Viduhu, the Brahmans knows, Vedas knows. And you are also a Brahma, and I know that by the mercy of, we know by the mercy of Devrishi Narad. Translation. O Lord Krishna, your opulent mysticism is inconceivable, Mahayogim. You are the supreme, original person, Adi Purusha. The cause of all causes, immediate and remote. And you are beyond this material creation. Learned Brahmins know, on the basis of Vedic statements, Sarvam Klava Idam Brahma, that you are everything, and that this cosmic manifestation in its gross and subtle aspect, Avyakta, is your form. Srila Prabhupada's purport. The two demigods, Nal Kubar and Manigriv, because of their continuing memory, could understand the supremacy of Krishna by grace of Narada. Now they admitted that we should be delivered by the blessing of Narada was all your plan, Krishna. Therefore, you are the supreme mystic. Everything past, present and future is known to you. Your plan was made so nicely that although we stayed here as twin Arjun trees, you have appeared as a small boy to deliver us. This was all your inconceivable arrangement. Because you are the supreme person, you can do everything. Krishna book. Dear Lord Krishna, you are the original personality, Godhead, master of all mystic power. Learned Brahman know very well that this cosmic manifestation is an expansion of your potencies, which are sometimes manifest and sometimes unmanifest. Chakravarti Pad writes, at this time Krishna could have asked, why are you two demigods paying respect to me, a mere coward boy tied into a murder? They answer with this verse. The word Krishna is repeated twice to indicate that demigods spoke together. Nalkuvar and Manigrave prayed, you are the supreme person, Paraha Purusha, Bhagavan. Although appearing as a coward boy, you are the original Swayam Bhagavan, Adhya, or master of mysticism, Mahayogim. It is inconceivable how you have become bound. That is their astonishment. What type of, you are mystic yogi, you are bound, how is that? Since you can liberate us, how it is possible for you, who are the very form of universe, to be bound up? With this intention they speak this verse. They first repeated the name Krishna, since he had highest swarup and the highest name. This indicates that he is the supreme person, the first tattva, Swayam Bhagavan. Jiva Goswami continues, though we were great offenders, we have received your great mercy. What you have done is proper. In this way they begins to speak. O Parbrahm, with human form, Krishna. They say his name twice out of great bliss, or because of bewilderment of prem. However, it is the nature of a tongue to be attached to Krishna's name. Or they repeated his name in order to have him face them. It means he should look on them, making him recover steadiness, since the Krishna was overwhelmed by his childhood pastime of pulling melt water. O Lord, endowed with inconceivable unlimited powers, Mahayogin, you are superior to the Mahavishnu, Purusha Para, the Purusha who glances at the Prakriti. You are his source. Though you are the source, you appear in many forms like Mahanarayan. Still you are Swayam Bhagavan Adhya. This is shown in the first verse of Brahma Santa, Ishvara Parama Krishna. Because you are complete in qualities, this mercy you show us is suitable. Though you are Bhagavan, they know you as Brahm, the great form which is the basis of everything, or the effect of the universe, Brahmana Rupam. Another version is Brahmanaha. Brahman knows you. Your mercy is possible because we regard ourselves as your servants. 2 verses, 30 and 31. Tvameka sarvabhutanam dehasva atma indriyeshvara tvameva kalo bhagavan vishnu avyaha ishvara tvam mahan prakriti sukshama raja sattva tamo mayi tvameva purusho adhyaksha sarvakshetra vikarave. You are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the controller of everything. The body, the life, the ego, the senses of every living entity are your own self. You are Supreme Person Vishnu, imperishable controller. You are the time factor, the immediate cause, and you are the material nature, consisting of 3 modes of passion, ignorance, goodness. You are the original cause of this material manifestation. You are the super soul, and therefore you know everything within the core of the heart of every living entity. Srila Prabhupada writes, Sripad Madhva Acharya is quoted from Vaman Puran as follows. Rupayatvato jagata rupa jagata rupam vishnoho rupayatvat to jagat rupamaya Vishnu sakshat sukhatmak manityah purnam sumudishtam swarupam paramatmanah. No translation. Rupatvat, your form is tu, but Jagat Rupam, you are the universal form. You are Vishnu. You are Sakshat Vishnu. Sukhatmakam, you give the happiness. Sukhatmakam Nitya Rupam, your form is eternal. Purnam, you are complete. So Mudhishtam Swarupam, Paramatmana is Sumudhishtam. I don't know what it means. Krishna book. You are the original provider of the life, body and senses of all living entities. You are the eternal God, Lord Vishnu, who is all pervading, the imperishable controller of everything. You are eternal time. You are the original source of cosmic manifestation, which is acting under the spell of the three modes of material nature, goodness, patience, and ignorance. You are living as a super soul in all the multi forms of the living entities, and you know very well what is going on within their bodies and minds. Therefore, you are supreme director of all the activities of all living entities. But although you are in the midst of everything which is under the spell of material modes of nature, you are not affected by such contaminated qualities. Now, Chakravarti Pad writes, Nala Kubara and Manigriv continue praying, no one but you is the cause of bondage. No one but you is the cause of bondage. You are the Lord of all because everything is within you. You are thus the Lord of the body, the life force, and the ego of every living entity. So, you are the time and the cause of all actions. You are the material nature. You are also the super soul and knows everything within the minds of every living entity. Therefore, you are the one and only Bhagavan, the controller of everything. No one but you is the cause of bondage. You actually put us in this situation. Because body is under you, in your hands. Life force is in your hands. Ego is you are controlled by you. So we don't know. It's all your pastime. Jiva Goswami writes, meaning of the first line is as follows. We are worthy of your mercy. Why? Because we are devoid of offense. We have not done any offense. How? Since you are the inspiration behind all actions. And because you are naturally the sole controller internally and externally, you have done everything. Time is the instigator of all action. Mahat Tattva and other elements are the cause of the universe. This is what some say. The second line answers, as time, the cause, you are Bhagavan. Having all abilities, you are Vishnu, spreading everywhere. And you are Avyaya, without destruction. You are Ishwar, controlling everything. You, possessing all qualities, are the main time, since time is your answer. Though Mahat Tattva is spread everywhere, you are the chief Mahan, since you are the cause of Mahat Tattva pervading everywhere. In the third canto it is said, Bhagavan ek asidam agra atman atmanam vibho atmechhanu gatava atmanana matyah upalakshana. Bhagavan, who exists in the form of Paramatma and Brahm, alone existed before the creation of the universe, when the desire to create of the bodies of the jivas was absent. As Bhagavan, you are the chief Prakriti. As a Bhagavan, you are the chief Prakriti, because you are unchanging as the final cause. You are the chief of Purusha. You are chief of Prakriti, you are chief of Purusha, since you are the Lord of the body and senses. Since the other Purusha is your answer, the other Purusha who creates is your answer. You are the subtle cause, Sukshamaha, of the Prakriti. You are the subtle cause, Sukshama, of the Prakriti, composed of 8 elements mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. Bhume, Apo, Analo, Vayu, Kam, Mano, Buddhi, Ashta, Prakriti, Bhinna. Distinct from your Satchitanand Shakti, which is separate from this, you are qualified with 3 gunas in the universe, because Prakriti obey your temperament. It is called Prakriti. This is a very nice line. Why we call this material world Prakriti? Here is the answer. Because Prakriti obeys your temperament. Temperament means nature, and nature also means Prakriti. Because this material energy obey your nature, therefore it is called Prakriti. You are Mool Prakriti. Krishna, you are Mool means root. Prakriti means original according to the statement of Brahma Sutra. Brahma Sutra means Vedanta Sutra. Pratigna, Drishta, Antanurodhat, Drishtantanurodhat. The Lord is the material cause, since the view is not in the opposition to the scripture. Lord is the material cause, Mool Prakriti. Since the view is not in opposition to the scripture, or Sukshamaha means Prakriti, which is difficult to understand. Suksham is a very subtle thing which are difficult to understand. Am I composed of guna? Krishna is asking them. No, you are devoid of rajas, tama and sattva. Arajas, sattva, tamayayi. Arajas. These three modes are not in you. You are avyakt because you have subtle conscious form. Instead of avyakt, sometime adhyaksha is seen. You are the controller of the body and senses. This is further described. You investigate all the changes of the bodies, kshetra. Natma jagnana na marishyati naedhate asau na kshayate swana vida vyabhicharinam hi sarvatra sashvat anapayaya upalubdhi matram prano yatindriya balena vikapitam sat. The Atma does not undergo birth, death, growth or deterioration, since he is the seer of all condition of changing bodies. That Atma is knowledge alone existing constantly in the body, but endowed with activity by the power of the senses, just as Pran is one, but moves from body to body. 11th canto, 3rd chapter, verse 38. Or the meaning of the last line can be, you are the Purusha, cause of creation of Prakriti beyond all perception. Another version is Sarva Sakshi. Verse 32. Griyamanais agrahayo vaikarahi prakritahi gunaihi ko anvaiharahati vigyatum prakasiddham guna samvrta. O Lord, you exist before creation. Therefore, who trapped by the bodily material qualities in this material world can understand you? Srila Prabhupada writes, it is said, Ata Sri Krishna Namadi Bhaveda Grahayam Indriyahi Sevanumukhehi Jivadav Swayameva Asprudhyadaha. Krishna's name, attributes and form are absolute truth, existing before creation. Therefore, how can those who are created, that is, those entrapped in the bodies created of material elements, understand Krishna perfectly? This is not possible. But sevano mukhya hi jivado swayam eva sprutya ada. Krishna reveals himself to those engaged in devotional service. This is also confirmed in Bhagavad Gita by Lord saying, Bhaktya mam abhijanati. Even the description of Krishna in Srimad Bhagvatam are sometimes misunderstood by the less intelligent man with a poor fund of knowledge. Therefore, the best course by which to know him is to engage oneself in pure devotional activities. The more one is advanced in devotional activities, the more one can understand him as he is. If from the material platform one could understand Krishna, then since Krishna is everything, sarvam khalvedam brahm, one should understand Krishna by seeing everything within this material world. But that is not possible. Mayatidam idam sarvam jagat avyakta murtina madhistani sarvbhutani nacham teshu avastitah. Everything is resting on Krishna, and everything is Krishna, but this is not to be realized by persons on the material platform. Krishna book. No one under the jurisdiction of material modes can understand your transcendental qualities which existed before creation. Therefore, you are called the supreme transcendence. You can be seen only by your mercy. Practically, you are invisible. Chakravartipad writes, you are not perceivable by intelligence and senses because they arise from the mode of nature. Since you are transcendental, no one within this world can know you. You are the cause of living entity, but he is covered by the modes of material nature. However, your devotees who transcend the modes of material nature by practicing bhakti can realize something of your unlimited qualities. Who can directly meet you? Vigyatum aharati. You are not grasped by transformation of intelligence, prakritihi vikarahi, or the senses gunahi. Even though you are merciful and appears directly before us, we cannot understand you in truth or control you. You cannot be controlled by those who directly realize you, grahi manai, who are devoid of transformation, vaikarkai, who are endowed with natural qualities like mercy, because you are completely independent. Taking the other meaning, you cannot be understood in truth since you are beyond intellect, since you are one, but have simultaneously most powerful form and a human form. What person taking complete shelter, samvrtaha, of the qualities of bhakti guna can know in detail about you, even though you are eternally present, prakkasiddhim. In the Nanda Gokul, you are right here. Who is qualified? No one is able to know you, since your pastime are most difficult to understand, both on the earth and in the spiritual realm. Although you cannot be tied by the ropes, gunai, you have become bound by them, guna samvrtaha. Another version has samvrtaha, completely covered. Out of respect, they do not mention who bound him. Seeing him bound, they become completely bewildered and thus utter, who indeed can understand? Who can understand? You are beyond the three modes, but now you are bound by the rope. Nobody knows you. Verse 33. Tasmai tubhyam bhagavate vasudevaya vedase atma dyota gunai sachanna mahimane brahmane namaha. We cannot know you, therefore only the possibility is offer our obeisance and surrender. That is the only way. O Lord, whose glories are covered by your own energy, you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, you are Sankarshan, the origin of creation, and you are Vasudev, the origin of all Chaturvyu. Because you are everything and therefore Supreme Brahma, we simply offer our respectful obeisances unto you. Srila Prabhupada's purport. Instead of trying to understand Krishna in detail, it is better to offer him respectful obeisance unto him, for he is the origin of everything and he is everything. Because we are covered by material modes of nature, he is very difficult for us to understand unless he reveals himself to us. Therefore, it is better for us to acknowledge that he is everything and offer obeisance unto his lotus feet. Let us offer respectful obeisance unto lotus feet of you, Krishna book, Lord Vasudeva, the Supreme Brahma, who are always glorified by your personal internal potencies. Since you are difficult to know, Chakravartipad writes, we simply offer respect to you. That is the intention of this verse. We offer respect to you, the creator of the universe, Vedasi. Because of the covering of the three modes of material nature, it is very difficult to know you. As the sun is covered by clouds, which are created by the sun. Similarly, your glory is covered by your own energy, which is created by you, Atma Dyota. Jiva Goswami writes in two places. Having stated that Krishna is the whole universe, they then said that he is actually beyond the world. We offer respect to you unto he who is famous as Swayam Bhagavan, Tasmai. Tasmai means Swayam Bhagavan. Who is also known as Maha Vaikuntanath or Narayan Bhagavate. To the first member of the Chaturbhu Vasudevaya. To the creator taking the Purusha form like Sankrashana Vedase. The forms whose greatness is covered by your personal qualities. Since you are everything, you are greatest Brahmane. Same thing again. Tasmai is Swayam Bhagavan, Bhagavate is Mahavekuntanath, and Vasudev is first of the Chaturvyu, and creator Purush Sankrashana is Vedse. This is same thing. The meaning also indicate from according to his pastime. There is another meaning by Jiva Goswami. We offer respect to that person with an eternally perfect form in Nanda Gokulam, Tasmai. To you, the son of Nanda, Tubhyam, to Bhagavan. We offer respect to you who sometime become the son of Vasudev, who produce most astonishing pastime, Vedase, who cover your powers with your childhood pastime endowed with self-revealing qualities, Atma Dyotai, Gunai. Or to you who cover your power by being bound by the robes shining with your effulgence. We offer respect to you, in whom everything becomes possible, Brahmane. So two meaning, one is a Vedic meaning and other is a pastime meaning. Verse 34 and 35. Yasya avatara gyayante Sarireshu asariranaha Taes atolya atishayari Viryai deheshe asangatai Sabhavan sarvalokasya bhavaya vibhavaya cha avatirno ansa bhagena samparam pati asisham. Appearing in bodies like those of an ordinary fish, tortoise, hog, you exhibit activities impossible for such creatures to perform. Extraordinary, incomparable, transcendental activities of unlimited power and strength. These bodies of yours, therefore, are not made of material elements, but are incarnation of your Supreme Personality. You are the same Supreme Personality who have now appeared with full potency for the benefit of all living entity within this material world. Srila Prabhupada writes, as stated in Srimad Bhagavatam, yada yada dharmasya paritranaya sadhunam. So Krishna appears as an incarnation when real spiritual life declines and when rogues and thieves increases to disturb the situation of the world. Unfortunate, less intelligent person bereft of devotional service cannot understand Lord's activities, and therefore such person describe these activities as kalpana, mythology or imagination, because they are rascal and the lowest of the men. Namavan dushkirtino muda. Such men cannot understand that the events described by Vyasadeva in the Puranas and other shastra are not fictitious or imaginary but factual. Krishna in his full unlimited potency here shows that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, for although the two trees were so large and sturdy that even many elephants could not move them, Krishna as a child exhibited such extraordinary strength that they fell down with great sound. From the very beginning, by killing Putana, Shaktasur and Trinavartasur, by causing the trees to fall, Hare Krishna, trees to fall, and by showing entire universe within his mouth, Krishna proved that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The lowest men, Mudas, because of sinful activities cannot understand this, but devotees can accept it without doubt. Thus, the position of devotee is different from that of non-devotee. Krishna book. In this material world, Krishna, you make yourself known only by your different incarnations. Although you assume different types of bodies, these bodies are not part of material creation. They are always full of transcendental potencies of unlimited opulence, strength, beauty, fame, wisdom, and renunciation. In material existence, there is a difference between body and the owner of the body. But because you appear in your original spiritual body, there is no such difference for you. When you appear, your uncommon activities indicate that you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Such uncommon activities are not possible for anyone in the material existence. You are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, cause the birth and death as well as the liberation of the living entities. And you are full with all your plenary expansion. You can bestow on everyone all kinds of benediction. O Lord, O source of all auspiciousness and goodness, we offer our respectful obeisances unto you. Chakravarti Pad writes, Krishna replies to the two demigods, yes, I am Supreme Lord, but by what characteristic do you discredit me as the Supreme? Their answer is given in this verse. Nal Kubar and Mani Grieve continue. Though you have no material body, you can be known through the remarkable exploit, VIHE. You exhibit in various forms like fish and turtle. You, Bhavam, Sabhavam, are the avatari, the source of all avatars. Because while playing as a baby, just a small drop of your strength, you uprooted two trees as strong as Arjun, which is thousand hands, means too tall, could not uproot. Which 1,000 hands could not uproot. You also gave supernatural strength to the rope and the mortar. You, the fulfiller of the desires, Ashisham Patihi, have appeared with all your potencies and different part and parcel ansabhagena, such as Shiva and Brahma, for the elevation and liberation of everyone. Bhavaya Vibhavaya. Having glorified Lord, Jiva Goswami writes, shown his unlimited nature among all the avatars, they express his greatness by Kamutya. Kamutya is a sort of logic in two verses. They praise their good fortune, which include in the good fortune of the whole world. When this avatar, Krishna, appears in person, since there is no difference between the Lord and his body, he is without a body, a sarirana, unlike the jiva. They express, Jiva Goswami continues, they express their sentiment for Lord. Though do not have a material body, a sarirana, your avatar can be inferred in various bodies like Matsya. Or though the avatar have bodies, those bodies do not have the qualities of material bodies, a sarirana. Another version has Sharirishu, with the same meaning. They are inferred by their indescribable power or astonishing activities. Atulya. Atulya means uncomparable. Atulya. Atishayi. Atishayi means extraordinary. Viryayi means power, which are not found in material bodies. Since avatar can be identified by their qualities, what to speak to identifying the avatari, you, source of all incarnation? Or the two speak after saying, you make your appearance covering yourself by your vegetated pastimes in order to increase others' prem for you. They then speak of their good fortune. You have appeared to give good fortune to all people in this world and the next, bhavaya vibhavaya. You have just now appeared because you are the nourisher, pati, of all the devotees desiring you, asisam, in your present state, sampratam, when you are performing pastime in Gokul. Verse 36. Namah param kalyana, namah param mangala, vasudevaya santaya, yadunam patyaye namah. O supremely auspicious Kalyan, we offer respectful obeisance unto you who are supreme good, Mangal, Sarvabhauma. O most famous descendant and controller of the Yadu dynasty, Yadupati. O son of Vasudev, Vasudevaya. O most peaceful Shantai, let us offer our obeisance unto your Lord's feet. Srila Prabhupada writes, the word Parama Kalyan is significant because Krishna, in any of his incarnation, appear in order to protect sadhus, which means Param Kalyan. Paritranaya sadhunam. The sadhu, saintly person or devotee are always harassed by non-devotees, and Krishna appear in his incarnation to give them relief. This is his first concern. If we study the history of Krishna's life, we shall find that for most of his life, he predominantly engaged in killing demons, one after another, to protect the devotees. Krishna book. You are the all-pervading Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Supreme Source of Peace and the Supreme Personality in the dynasty of King Yadu. Chakravarti Pad writes, we offer our respectful obeisance unto you, who gives the supreme auspiciousness, Param Kalyan. What is that Param Kalyan? Of Prema Bhakti, pure, unalloyed devotion to the living entities. Actually, everything you do bring the topmost good for all, Param Mangal. Saying this, they offer respects. Jiva Goswami writes, we offer respect to Vasudev, manifesting from Vasudev, the form of auspiciousness, for Shiva and other great persons, Param Mangal Vasudevaya. So Vasudeva is Krishna, who is Param Mangal, is most auspicious for Lord Shiva and others. The form of highest happiness for the people, Shantai. The Lord of the Yadu warriors and the Yadu cowards, Yadunam Patye. Feeling pleasure in the Lord's qualities by chanting his names, describing those qualities, after indicating that they should get auspiciousness through the Lord's appearance. Unable to serve appropriately, they simply offer respects. O most auspicious form by your very nature, Param Kalyan. O form which give auspiciousness or happiness in this and the next life to the universe, Vishwa Mangala. These two phrases indicate devotion with no desire and with desire. Another version has Parama Mangala, he who is auspicious for Shiva and others. And here are the two verses from 3rd canto of Srimad Bhagvatam. One should meditate continuously continually upon the Lord's lotus feet, from which the Ganga flows and gives a extra blessing to Shiva on his head, and whose thunderbolt is released upon the mountain of sin in meditator's mind. If you think of Krishna's lotus feet, then the sin and the mind are destroyed as the thunderbolt destroys the mountain. How is he auspicious? He appeared through Vasudeva to give benefit to all. He is without fault or with a form of joy, Shantai. He acts continuously by the leader of the Yadus, Kshatriyas, and the Yadu cowards, Yadunam Patyai. Skanda Puran described the coward as Yadus. Rakshita Yadavaha Sarve Indra Vrishi Nivaranat. He protects all the cowards who were Yadvas from Indra's reign. Yatra Abhishikto Bhagavan Maghona Yado Varina. Yadu Varina. At that place, Lord was bathed by Indra, enemy of the cowards, Yadus. Brother Vaishnu Toshni, having indicated the purpose of the avatar, they summarize singing sweet names of the unlimited power, while offering respect with devotion, O most auspicious form, by your very nature, say almost same. How is he auspicious? Yadunam Pati is same thing. Or Vasudeva indicate his birth pastime. Shanta indicate his lack of anger even in battle and in peaceful. Showing Dharma when the wives of the Brahman requested his love. Yadunam Pati indicate that after going to Mathura, he would perform pastime in Dwarka by protecting the Yadus. Thus the goal of all avatar expressed by Parama Kalyan and Vishwa Mangal is explained in the summary of Krishna's pastime. So Vasudeva indicate the birth pastime, how he is taken from Mathura to Gokul. Shanta indicate lack of anger. He is always peaceful and happy in all circumstances. Showing Dharma is also Mangal. When the wives of Brahma requested him for love, he said, you just think of me because you are Brahman and it is only the right of the gopis they can do. Yadunam Pati indicate in the future he will go to Dwarka and become the Yadu Pati. Verse 37. Anujanihi nao bhumans tavanuchara kinkaro darshanam no bhagavata rishiyashidano grat. Anujanihi nao bhumans. We cannot know you, the great. Tava anuchar kinkara. We are your followers, we are your servants. Darshanam nao bhagavata. We have your darshan. Rishera Ashidat, by the mercy of Devrishi Narad, Anugrahat, by his mercy. O Supreme Form, Bhuman, we are always servant of your servant, Kinkara, especially of Narad Muni. Now give us permission to leave for our home. It is by the grace of mercy of Narad Muni that we have been able to see you face to face. Unless, Srila Prabhupada writes, delivered or blessed by a devotee, one cannot realize Krishna Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Manushyanam sahasreshu kashtit yatati siddhai. So, there are so many siddhas and yogis who cannot understand Krishna. Instead, they misunderstood him. But if one takes shelter of the devotee, descending from the parampara system of Narada, Swayambhu Narado Shambhu, one can then understand who is an incarnation of Supreme Personality of Godhead. In this age, many pseudo-incarnations are advertised simply for having exhibited some magical performances. But except for persons who are servant of Narad and other servants of Krishna, no one can understand who is God and who is not God. This is confirmed by Narottam Das Thakur. Chariya Vaishnava Seva Nistara Paye Che Keba. No one is delivered from the material conception of life unless favored by a Vaishnava. Others can never understand neither by speculation nor by any other bodily or mental gymnastic means yoga. O Lord, our Father known as Kuber, a demigod is your servant. Krishna book. Similarly, the great sage Narad is also your servitor, and only by their grace have we been able to see you personally. So there are two now. There will be third coming next. Chakradipad writes, we are your followers, Anuchara, and the servant, Kinkara, of your most confident devotee, Narada. Having praised the Lord, thinking it unsuitable to remain there as devatas at an improper time. He is a child, and if the people see the two demigods there is not proper. Lamenting their position as tree, they speak, please permit us to go, O Lord Bhuman. Or please give us some instruction, Lord perfect in all respect, Bhuman. Though you do not need anything, still give us an order to fulfill. Out of affection for the devotees they speak. They are servant of Shiva, third. Shiva, Kuber, Narad. They are servant of Shiva, your devotee. We are servants of Shiva, your devotee. This was previously stated. Or we are servant of Narad, since he by mercy gave us this result. This is reasonable, since it was suitable that they would think of following him, or to allow us to be servant of your followers at all times, or allow us to servant of your cowards. Please make us their servant and keep us in that position. Oh, that is very rare to become servant of cowards. We have seen you by the mercy of Narad, who is most merciful, Bhagavata, and has inconceivable prem. We aspire for that prem, since we have attained what is unattainable, though we were the greatest offenders. Last verse of the prayers. Vani gunanukanthane sharvanau kathayam hastau chakaramaso manastava padayorana smratyan shirasa tava nivasa jagat praname drishti satam darshanestu bhavat tanunam. Vani, our words, Gunanu Kanthane, always describe your qualities and your name. Sharvanao Kathayam, our ears should always hear your pastime. Hastao cha karamasu, our hands should always be engaged in your service. Namastava padayor, we offer our respectful obeisance to your lotus feet. Sumratyan siras, and we should always remember you. Sirastava Nivasa Jagat, we bow down our head in the temple where you reside. Pranami. Drishti Satam, and Satam means devotee. We should pay also obeisance to your devotees. Darshaneyastu bhavat tanum, and then we offer our respectful obeisance unto your Archa Vigraha form. So they are asking for 6 devotion in this verse. Henceforward, may all our words describe your pastime. May our ears engage in all reception, Shravanam Kirtanam, of your glories. May our hands, legs, and other senses engage in action of pleasing you, to you, and may our minds always think of your lotus feet, Vandana. May our heads offer our obeisance to everything within this world because all things are also your different forms, and may our eyes see the form of Vaishnava who are non-different from you. Srila Prabhupada writes, here the process of understanding Supreme Personality of Godhead is given. And this process is bhakti. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Pada Sevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakhyam Atma Nivedanam. But these two are not here. Why? We will see. Everything should be engaged in the service of the Lord, and what that is called Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam Bhakti Ruchyate. Everything, the mind, the body, and all sense organs should be engaged in Krishna's service. This is to be learned from expert devotees like Narad, Swayambhu, and Shambhu. This is the process. We cannot manufacture our own way of understanding Supreme Personality of Godhead. For it is not that everything one manufacture or concoct will lead to understanding God. Such proposition, yat mat tat path. Yat mat means who, whatever opinion. Mat means opinion. Tat path, and that is the path. No. Is foolish. Krishna says, Bhaktya aham ekaya grahayam. Only by executing the activities of bhakti can one understand me. This is called anukulyena Krishna anusilanam. The remaining engaged favorably in service of Krishna book. We therefore pray that we may always be engaged in your transcendental loving service by speaking only about your glories and hearing about your transcendental activities. May our heads and other limbs be merged, engaged in your service, and our minds always concentrated at your lotus feet, and our heads always bowed down before all the pervading universal form of your lordship. Chakravarti Pad writes, since we are your followers and not servants, you should be very merciful to us. We now pray for something rarely given to others. May our words, Vani, always engage in describing your qualities, Gunakathane, and nothing else. May our mind always remember your beautiful lotus feet. May our heads pay respect to everything within this world, and especially to the devotees such as Narad. Taking the phrase Nivas Jagat as vocative, it can mean the abode of the universe, Jagat Nivas. May our eyes be engaged in seeing your form, Bhavatanunam, and those of your devotees, Satam, such as Narad. Since Narad made you devotee, go to him, Krishna says. Then give us all method of bhakti. They pray in this verse. Which is the nature of bhakti? May our words or voice speak continually of the qualities of your feet, of your affection for your devotees, and of your beauty, not in describing yoga or sacrifices. Sacrifices with the body and with senses, yoga is with mind. May our mind be thinking of your feet with devotion, not just thinking with devotion. May our 2 ears be engaged in hearing topic about you with full attention, with 2 ears. Similarly, both hands should engage in actions for you fully. Let us hear all topics, including how you enable Brahma to carry out creation. Since the ears are not completely independent of what they hear, at least in speaking, we should speak only about the sweet qualities of the Lord because of their ras. Hands and other organs should be engaged in action like deity worship and related services. The head offers respect to you, O dweller in the universe. Sirsa is mentioned last since this is the main limb of the body. The word Tau is repeated to indicate that by offering respect to the Lord, respects are offered to the world. Since the Lord is everything, and thus perfection in offering respect is achieved. Or may our heads offer respect to the Vaishnavas, the living beings, Jagat, who are your dwelling place. The devotees are your dwelling place. For it is said, Shirasato tasyo bhaya tasya ubhyo lingam annamet. An actual head is one that bows down to the Lord in his manifestation among moving and non-moving creatures. 1084. Or may our heads offer respect to the people of Vrja. There you dwell. Even though they are far away from us, may our eyes see devotees like Narad, who are your body. Or may our eyes directly see you in your deity form and devotees. However, to see him directly in their house was impossible. Out of fear, they did not pray for this. Touching and smelling are also understood, though not mentioned in the verse. Since Narad made you devotee, go him the same thing. Now from here onwards, Sanatana Goswami says, our eyes should be engaged in seeing devotees in which always manifests yourself. Or our eyes should see the devotees within whom the form of Lord like Salangram are worshipped. Or our eyes should see the devotees of the form of the Lord. They do not pray that Lord directly appear in their homes out of fear. In this verse, the 6 types of bhakti are mentioned. What are these? Kirtan, Shravan, Puja, Paricharya, Sumran and Vandan. Sakhya and Atmanivedan are generally included in goal, sadhya, and are thus not mentioned in the prayer about sadhan. These are sadhan, and that is sadhya means goal. Or these two are naturally the result of other 6. One person from other 6, then they will get one of these 2, or both. Or the 2 are included in Sumran, being particular bhava. Karma, Arpanam and Dasyam is included in Kirtan and other processes. Normally speaking, words agitate all the senses. They pray for Kirtan, because by doing that, other senses become happily engaged in their respective actions. Our Kirtan is the main process, because Lord prefer it. Nam vasami Vaikunte, I do not reside in Vaikunt. Or Kirtan produce a special ras. Seeing devotees and desire is same as seeing the Lord directly. Since seeing the Lord directly is the end result of all the process of bhakti. This is mentioned last. The other process mentioned in the middle, one can do according to one's taste. And here we end the prayers, 10 verses by the 2 son of Kubera offering prayers to baby Krishna. Now we can discuss something, or the last 4 verses is Krishna replies to son of Kubera. Yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
You always see that, here, for example, we are seeing Nalakuva Manigri with the offer prayers and then say, Lord, we want to leave now, please bless us. So why every time they offer prayers, meet the Lord and then take off? Why not, why did not they desire to be part of the, to serve the Lord here itself?
That is the Ras Abhas, that is written, because they are demigod bodies, and with that body they cannot stay in Virja with the coward boys and coward men. That is Ras Abhas.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, that is Ras Abhas. Like Kardam Muni, he has a son Kapil Dev, but he did not stay at home and he left. Why? Because he has a service mood as a servant bhav. And now Lord has appeared as son. He has to have a Vatsalya. He was not the devotee of Vatsalya bhav, so he left. So these two son of Kubera, they are in a demigod form. They cannot live in Vrindavan. Therefore, they wanted to leave.
Very nice. Thank you, Guruji. It answers the other question was I had earlier about Karna Muni and Kapil. You actually answered that too. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Anybody else has? Otherwise, there are 4 verses. I think our time is over. Huh? Oh, we have left. Maybe tomorrow for half an hour we can meet and finish this. I can finish now also. What do you think?
We will finish it tomorrow.
Hare Krishna. Anybody has any question about this 10 periods? It's like 10 prana. They are using their 10 life years to surrender to Krishna. This is all mercy of Devrishi Narad.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Prabhuji, in one class I was hearing on Damodar Leela, the speaker was saying that yes, these prayers are very nice, but Krishna was not so impressed by these prayers. Krishna isn't impressed by these kinds of prayers. He was just trying
Oh,
to
that will come in the next. Now, in the last 3 verses, in 4 verses, it will say, Krishna was more pleased when he's bound by Yashoda than when the Nal Kuber and Manigiri offered prayers.
Right.
Yeah.
He
Krishna
was, kind
was
of saying, hurry up and finish your prayers. I need to go back and play with my cow.
Yeah.
Things like that, right? So, yeah.
The demigods' prayers are not pleasing Krishna as the chastisement of Yashoda pleased Krishna. Yeah, this is the Brij Krishna's mood.
Okay.
It's like Krishna's mood is like right in the beginning. He said, he wasn't so bothered about the demigods. It was only because of Narad Muni that he was inclined to.
Yes. This is when they said, Kuberatma jao badmurti yadvat bhakti bhajao kirtoja Krishna, how can I give you devotion to? I don't know who are Kuber's sons, but he was my devotee Narad, therefore I gave them. Therefore they said, okay, then you are giving only by the mercy of a devotee. Therefore I am now praying to Radharani's mercy, then you cannot say no. Radhikaya tvadiya priyaya adhivraya anant leelaya. So the last verse is in that mood. Mercy is only by the mercy of a devotee. Krishna can be pleased when some pure devotee is pleased. That is right.
There is a question in the question bank asking, what is the qualification of the sons of Kubera that they got the mercy of Narada?
What is what is the qualification of the son of Kubera that they get the mercy of Devrishi Narad?
Yeah, what? They receive the mercy of Lord Krishna.
Oh, Lord Krishna, because they are blessed by Narad.
That's the only qualification. Otherwise, they were not inclined in any other way.
No, that's what 2-3 lines we have read. Neither they have interest to see Krishna, to pray Krishna. It is only because of the Narad's mercy that they are fortunate to not only observe the pastime of Krishna, to repent and purify in the body of the trees, and served the Brajavasis in that body, so they were qualified. So now, to answer this, in this purport we have at least, primarily they are blessed by Narad. Second, they are the son of a great demigod who is also a very dear to Krishna, Kuber. 3, they are also the followers of Lord Shiva, who is a Param Vaishnava. So these 3 are there. In this purport we have seen these 3. So the mercy of the 3 devotees are more than sufficient for Krishna to be pleased with obstinate, arrogant, mad because of the wealth, dhan mad andha, and the drunkard, intoxicant, and they are also saved by these 3 Vaishnavas. But Narad is topmost. And
thinking about that.
and the top of that fourth one, Brajvasis, because these two trees served the Brajvasis for long time. Brajvasis were going under these trees and always these trees are giving them shade and other ways. Therefore, these four were the most important items for getting Krishna's blessing.
For the four Narad Muni, the Lord Shiva.
Narad Muni, Shiva, Kuber, and Brajvasis.
But wasn't like the connection with Lord Shiva?
Because they are Shiva Anuchara, they are followers of Shiva. Yeah, this is the first line, Shiva Anuchara. They are followers of the Shiva, and Shiva is a Param Vaishnava.
Okay. I was thinking contrary. That's why I was asking the question, because
No, there is also contrary.
Connection, Janma, that made him proud.
See, there is also the one aspect is that because they are follower of a great devotee, therefore they are arrogant and they are proud. But now that devotee is a great Vaishnava.
Okay.
And by his mercy also they got some. This is one Acharya has put the name of Shiva also. So Shiva, Kuber, and Narad and Brajvasis, four. Primarily Narad as a active and three as a passive. Active of Narad is a active blessing, and the blessing of other three is passive.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, in discussion all these things come, otherwise not. Yes, Lalita Madhavi, your question?
Prabhupada writes very often that we should remember the lotus feet of Krishna constantly. So, how can I do that?
Oh, always how?
Remember the lotus feet of Krishna constantly. Even now we read in one purport.
Always the first and second canto of Srimad Bhagavatam are the two lotus feet of Krishna. Always be engaged in the two cantos of Srimad Bhagavatam, then you are always engaged in the service of lotus feet of Krishna. The first and second canto of Srimad Bhagavatam are the two lotus feet of Krishna. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada said, if you know only first canto of Bhagavatam, I have given everything in that. It means that is the lotus feet of Krishna Prabhupada has given us in the form of first canto of Bhagavatam. That is the best way to always think of Krishna's lotus feet, one thing. Second thing, Krishna's lotus feet are always in the heart of a pure devotees. So by always listening from the lotus-like mouth, the nectarian pastime of Krishna is always getting engaged in the service of the lotus feet of Krishna. Because lotus feet of Krishna are always in the heart of a devotee. Govinda Vishrama. Govinda kahe na sadhu. The heart of the devotee is Radharani has always the lotus feet of Krishna in her heart. So it means all the devotees have lotus feet of Krishna in their hearts. So hearing from their lotus mouth about the pastime of Krishna is the best way to always think of lotus feet of Krishna. And lotus feet of Krishna are like the two boats. They are the boat which can cross the material ocean. And here this boat is compared that the saintly person, they use the boat to cross the ocean and then leave the boat behind. And that boat is a Krishna's lotus feet, and that boat is the process of devotional service. Prabhupada right? That boat is a process of devotional service. It means practicing devotional service is always thinking of lotus feet of Krishna, because there is a boat.
Thank you,
Hare Krishna, our Parama Karuna, your hand is up.
First question, I had a clarification was needed.
हरे कृष्ण प्रियंका, आज क्लास है क्या? हाँ, मेरी अभी एक क्लास मेरी अभी चल रही है, मैं देखा भी नहीं है. हरे कृष्ण, मेरे को ध्यान भी नहीं रहा, दिन में याद नहीं करा है, ध्यान नहीं रहा. उनका भी क्वेश्चन आंसर चल रहा है, कोशिश करते हैं, देखना पड़ेगा. Yes, some other classes now, I don't know. I don't remember. There's a class continuous. Okay. What is your question? I did not hear, Prabhu.
Oh, did I hear it right that you are saying that they also received inactive blessing from Lord Shiva?
No, active is from Narad, and passive is from three.
How did you receive blessing from Kubera and Lord Shiva and the Vrajavasis?
Kubera is a father, and father is a devotee and serving the Krishna. So father is always having blessing to his sons, though they have done mistake. But this is one of the verse. One of the purport was that Kubera is there, and the Shiva is also there because he's a Param Vaishnava and they are follower of Shiva. Maybe Shiva heard that they have become trees by the say. And one of the purport it says Narad, after cursing them, went to the Badrika ashram because he has done something to the great devotees of the Shiva. So he wanted to get forgiveness, something like that. So Shiva when knew that all right, you have given them a right punishment, but Krishna will bless them. So passively they are like father. So they blessed him in that way. Brijbasis because regularly these two trees were serving Brijbasis. So those Brijbasis were also for 100 years these two trees gave service to the Brijbasis. Therefore they also blessed these trees.
And Prabhu, in text 30 and 31, the Lord is said to be the body, the life, the ego of every living entity.
Oh, there is one creation. Creation is, he is the mool prakriti, he is the root of all creation. Therefore, what we have done is not our offense, because ultimately everything is under your supervision and your inspiration. So it was your pastime that you made us cursed by Devrishi Nath to bless us. So sometimes the things that's what they said.
And in text 38, you said that the form of the Vaishnavas are non-different from you.
Who is not different?
The form of the Vaishnavas are non-different.
Yeah, Vaishnavas are non-different than Krishna, because in their heart of Vaishnava, Krishna always resides. So they can only give Krishna. So giving respect with heads to Krishna or to his devotees are same.
He's specifically saying the form, because the eyes are mentioned. May our eyes see the form of the Vaishnavas which are non-different from you.
Yeah, the form of Vaishnava is non-different than Krishna, because they carry Krishna within their heart. Krishna said, Tomar Krishna dite par. Krishna is you can give Krishna. So Vaishnava and Krishna are non-different because they carry Krishna within heart. They always speak of Krishna. They always engage in service of Krishna. So they become Krishna-mai. It means they are absorbed in Krishna. Okay, we have some 1 hour at least. Tomorrow we will meet. I think next the other group is waiting. I should start one other class. Bless me, Hare Krishna. If there are some questions, we can discuss tomorrow.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Vancha kalpatrubhyasya kripa sindhubhya cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo.
यमुना तीरे वन